Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So if you guys watch the part 1, if you haven't watched part 1, I strongly recommend you guys to watch part 1 because I was sharing my journey of how I made 3 jumps, and I was sharing my first week / month of my 3 different companies that I was with the first year when I was in real estate. So go watch that video first. And in today's video, I'm gonna share my 5 tips that can help you guys get through your first week and your first month in real estate as a new real estate agent. So the first tip that I'm gonna give you guys is to be very well prepared. If you watched my last video, you know I picked up the phone and I was calling a for sale by owner, and I got the listing appointment, but I had no idea because I didn't have a listing presentation prepared. Like, I don't know when I go on a listing appointment, what do I do? What do I ask them? You know, how do I qualify if they're a legit seller? What my game plan will be? What my marketing plan will be? I have no idea. So if you are new, be sure to have that prepared and have a list of questions prepared. You know how to do the comps, you know how to present yourself during listing presentation. Also, if you have somebody who call you and they are saying that they want to sell their house, you should be able to have at least 4 questions prepared on the phone to get them have the question answered so you can qualify if they're real sellers or not, or what you should do for the next step. And then that also includes, you know, your script for sale by owner, your script with expired cancel listings, and then also your script with first time home buyers or investors. You should have all that prepared even before you become a real estate agent, just in case somebody who is interested, then you can quickly identify if they are a real buyer or a real seller. And the second tip that I wanted to kind of give it to you guys is identify yourself, what you are good at. Because for me, I know to start with, like, you need to know your advantage. Do you speak a second language? Are you good with people? Are you better with numbers? Do you prefer to do investment property? Are you more of like a mom type, like a soccer mom type, where you just want to focus in a specific suburbs like area where you can farm, you can network with like your kids' parents, and would that be something that you're interested in doing? So like, identify yourself, what kind of group set that you want to be, so that way when you get your license, it will be very efficient. You can just start working, taking on buyers right away. And the third tip that I have for you guys is identify yourself. Like, do you want to be a buyer's agent or do you want to be a listing agent? Because after taking on a lot of rentals and a lot of renters and a lot of buyers, I find that the most efficient way for me and fits my lifestyle is to be a listing agent. I don't really want to work with a lot of buyers. I don't want to take out investor to see houses, you know, on a weekend, or first time home buyers during my weekend. I wanted to put myself in a very set schedule. Like, I have a routine, I know what I want to do, and you know, I want to be a listing agent. I want to get a lot of listings, and I want to have a team. I want to have buyer agent who can, you know, take care of my leads and go take buyers to see the houses that I'm listing with. And I enjoy working with my sellers. And most people, if you think about it this way, right, like in America, what type of people has the most money? So if you listen to Dave Ramsey on his podcast, you guys will know, like, most like everyday millionaires are people who are at the age of like 60, 70 years old, or even better, who are like grandparents, right? Grandparents usually have everything paid off. They own their house free and clear. So as an agent, who do you want to network yourself the most? Clearly, like old grandpa, grandmas. And not gonna lie, majority of my clients are at that demographic of people that are older, because they have the equity and they have the money to pay you a full commission. They're not going to go cheap on how much they're going to pay you and have you discount your commission. So those are a demographic of people that I want to be focusing on, and they actually allow me and they trust me to do my job. So I definitely wanted to be focused on that side rather than take on first-time home buyer to see houses. I mean, I have nothing against them. It's just I think it will work the best for me. And if you're the same you know, way of thinking, I think you will agree with me, and then maybe focus more on the listing side. And the fourth tip I have for you guys is to expect that you're not going to get paid your first 2 to 4 months of being a new real estate agent. So definitely have a safety net that you set money aside for at least like 4 months of cost of living. For me, even after the transition to come to Canon in 2018, I didn't really start to close on my first deal until April. And not to mention, the 5 first months in 2017 when I got my license, I did not close any deals when I was at State College KW, and I only made $5,000 when I transitioned or switched to KW Philly. I only made $5,000. Like, I would not be able to make it if I don't have any safety net. And my last tip that I have is do not be afraid to ask for help. And sometimes when I see people who are young and arrogant, and I just feel like, you know, the way they're acting, it's like they don't really need help. But I've talked on my previous video when Wendy came to our office. She is my buyer's agent. When she came to our office, she was super friendly with everybody. Like, she's just generally like a friendly person. And then she actually personally reached out to me. Even before she reached out to me, she watched my videos. So she came to my office, and then she was really polite and asked for help. Obviously, I'm gonna help her. And then at the same time, if I have any listing that needs a buyer agent to show the property, she will always volunteer and, you know, offer to help me. So I've given her, like, so far, I've pretty much given her 50% of my buyer's leads, because I have another agent that I'm also working under me. So, and she's closed like couple, I think this year she closed like 2 of them already. And I also have like out-of-state agent referrals, and if they're looking to purchase properties, I'll give that to her as well. So do not be afraid of asking help, whether if it's to a coworker, if it's to a broker, you know, like, be willing to open up and then tell them that you're here, you're willing to make mistakes, you're willing to learn, and you're volunteer to help them host open houses and take on the buyers, because that will be the only way for you to identify if that's something that you want to do. Do you enjoy working with buyers? If not, then focus on listing, right? Then focus more on the cold calling side, the prospecting side. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you watch until this far, be sure to comment fortune cookie down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope this video is as helpful as I want it to be. Thank you so much for all the support, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Bye!